but it's a hood stop. It's a real stop. I mean, it's official stop. You come through once in a while, spread the love. Yeah, this is where you see how much love you got, for real. You know what I mean? What's up? What's up, shorty? Chillin'. Thug out. You know what I'm saying? What up? You know, no smiles, no. There's nothing to smile about, nothing to laugh about. Just hungry, for real. Shit. What's up, money? Hey, do me. Wait, are you going to drop some food up for somebody? Yeah. All right, do me a favor. I'll bet you come back. Oh, the police! Look. This is the grimy. You just seen the manager walk out the door. Who are we bringing the food to? Cops. You see this? You see this bull? Everybody else come inside and get their food. Get door-to-door service. This is where it all happened at. This is where it all started at. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you do me a favor. You have one of them give me a cup with ice in it, please?
Ice? Yeah.
Cup with ice. Thank you very much. And of course, you know, certain people get treated different. Just like, you know, I might get the same treatment the officers get, you know? It's all good. I don't knock. I ain't mad at it. It's privileged treatment. But it's real. It's real when you earn it. You know what I mean? If you serve a purpose, then you get that treatment.
This is Jason's aunt.
Oh, how you doing?
How you doing?
You looked vaguely familiar. I just wasn't sure where I might have seen you before. But it's good to see you.
You too.
All right, you take it easy. God bless you. What's up, shorty? What's up? Chilling in the back all crazy. Load out. Look at shorty. One eye red. He's dog. All right?
DMX is one of the most celebrated rappers in the game, with an unmistakable voice, an authentically eccentric personality, multiple classic songs, and movie roles. He was a force to be reckoned with. He left his mark on the world and continues to be reverenced since passing in 2021. His 1998 debut album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, is a celebrated classic amongst hip-hop fans across generations. By selling over 250,000 copies in its first week and going on to go 4 times platinum, it was a hit with the culture and the critics. Let's get into the album and look at some of the biggest aspects of it. Hits on hits. DMX's It's Dark and Hell is Hot is a fitting name for the subject matter and production across the album. The straight-to-the-point lyrics on many of the songs are magnified by the eerie production from Dame Grease, Irv Gotti, and PK. But before we even get to those tracks, we have to talk about the second song on the album, a classic you're likely familiar with, Ruff Ryders Anthem. This was produced by another name we're sure you know, Swizz Beatz. This track still is a key example of DMX's infectious and undeniable energy. He broke it down for GQ in 2019. While one of his most popular songs, it's not his most layered lyrically, and this was something that he was well aware of, and at first, it made him uncertain of the song completely.
That was Swizz Beatz' first record, and that was one of the fastest songs I wrote. I wrote it in about 15 minutes, and I actually didn't want to write it. I didn't want to do that song. The beat was simple and repetitive, you know what I mean? And the flow I came up with was just like so many other songs, so much substance. I was like, the song is like ABCs, like elementary. All I know is pain, all I feel is pain. I cannot maintain with madness on my brain. I'm glad I did do it. You know what I mean? I listened. This was like, yo, just do it, just do this. And it worked out. I wrote 2 other songs that same night. I wrote with D and Let Me Fly. That same night. So it was like, all right, I can do this. Like, all right, you want it? Yeah. I would never revisit it because, I mean, we did a remix to it, but I wouldn't do another version of it because it is its own thing. You know?
Swizz Beatz also talked about how he produced this song amongst the other producers on the album that he learned from.
Swizz was our nephew. He wanted to get into production, so he came back to New York. We had some producers that was going to be able to teach him, which was Dame Grease, PK.
It was like PK, show my nephew how to make beats. Swizz didn't know how to make music. He didn't know how to make beats. He was definitely struggling.
Yeah, I remember like Swizz had about 2 or 3 beats that he just kept playing. Like just 2 or 3 joints, round and round and round and round.
He didn't have his own sound because his sound was me. So he had to find his.
Maybe one in the other room. I'm gonna load up that I did. Yes.
I can tell you a story where D and I are in the truck. And he hands D the CD. D pops it in, literally let it play for maybe 15, 20 seconds, pushed the jack, rolled down the window, and threw it out on the highway.
You know, he like that old school stuff.
He knew that he had to work hard to be able to catch up and be on the level that the other producers was on. We wasn't just taking beats from him because he was our nephew. If the beat wasn't hot, we wasn't taking it.
As far as a producer, I never thought that I would produce X. Me and him started having that chemistry because we was running together.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? That's my old soul. You know what I'm saying?
Another one of the biggest songs from the album was Get At Me Dog. With just as much energy as the previous track, this one had a more aggressive lyrical approach. It's the first single from the album, and DMX's first major label single too. It was his time to make an impact and introduce himself to the world, and that's exactly what he did.
The days are longer and it seems like I'm facing time. I've got a lot of dreams, but I'm not really chasing mine. I soak it all up like a sitting fly. Nowadays, getting by is nothing more than occasional meal and getting high. I live to die, that's where I'm headed. Let your man hold something. Now it's all about you can get it. Y'all wanna be killers? Get at me, dog. Y'all wanna fill us? Get at me, dog. Y'all want the bread? Get at me, dog. What? Yeah.
ASAP Mob fans may recognize that one from how it was sampled by Ferg and ASAP Rocky for their song called Pups. A tradition begins and later ends. While DMX is known for his aggressive songs, he's also known for something that's a bit of a contrast on the surface, but very important to him: praying. It's well known that he liked to pray before stage performances, and there's footage of him praying in other settings too. It's even more well known that every one of his albums has a prayer on it. In fact, not only is there a prayer on this album, but DMX also has a track that contains a conversation with God, and one with the devil too. The tradition of having a prayer and these conversations on his albums was started with this album and continues throughout his discography. Let's take a listen.
I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food, let me sleep. I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. You call me a sheep and lead me to green pastures, only asking that I keep the focus in between the chapters. You give me the word and only ask that I interpret, and give me the eyes that I may recognize the serpent. You know I ain't perfect, but you'd like me to try. Unlike the devil who just wants me to lie till I die. Lord, why is it that I go through so much pain? All I saw was black. All I felt was rain. I come to you because it's you who knows. You showed me that everything was black because my eyes were closed.
DMX briefly broke this down in an interview with someone surprising, Dr. Phil.
So you write
Everything I say, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you write all of your songs.
All of my lyrics. I wouldn't be able to call myself an artist if I didn't write.
You've had, I guess I would call it a gospel song or certain
Gospel song and a conversation with the Lord on every album.
On every album. Lord, give me a sign. I pulled some of those lyrics out. Tell me what these lyrics are and what they mean.
This is a conversation with the Lord. Really need to talk to you, Lord. It's the last time we talked. The walk has been hard. Now, I know you haven't left me, but I feel like I'm alone. I'm a big boy now, but I'm still not grown. Still going through it. Pain in the hurt. Soaking up trouble like rain in the dirt. And I know only I can stop the neck pain with just a mention of my Savior's name. In the name of Jesus, devil, I rebuke you for what I go through and trying to make me do what I used to. But all that stops right here. As long as the Lord's in my life, I will have no fear. I will know no pain from the light to the dark. I will know no shame. Spit it right from the heart, because it's right from the start that you held me down and ain't nothing they can tell me now. Lord, give me a sign.
You've had a song on every album, a conversation with God.
Yes.
You've had
And a prayer.
and I think you've had
3 conversations with the devil.
3 conversations with the devil. Why with the devil?
Well, to make a fair decision, I think you have to be aware of both sides. And I was approached, so of course I had a conversation. It doesn't mean I rode with him,
Sure.
or believed him. I just was able to recognize him by what he said to me, what he offered me. I said, oh, now I know you are. That's why I stopped talking to him. I put out 7 albums, but he's only on 3.
He also spoke about the impact of performing it live while he was on Drink Champs.
I rocked the show and did the prayer at the end. Kind of like
First time doing a prayer?
no.
Okay.
That's my first time I think like getting as emotional as I did.
Okay.
And to hear the support of the fans when you're at that point, thank you. I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, because it you know, break it down could always be construed as a sign of weakness. You know what I'm saying? Or you soft or something. You know what I'm saying? But for people to take it in its proper context, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, that's power. That's power. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know.
Fittingly titled The Combo, this track follows the track called Prayer. By including these at the end of the album, DMX offers listeners insight to the internal thoughts behind everything they just heard on the album. This decision let listeners know that DMX was not only spiritual, but committed to making sure that aspect of his life was on full display.
You tell me that there's love here, but to me it's blatant. That with all the blood here, dealing with Satan, plus with all the hating, it's hard to keep peace. Thou shalt not steal, but I will to eat. I tried doing good, but good's not too good for me. This understood why you chose the hood for me. I'm alright, I just had to work hard at it. Went to grandma for the answer and she told me that God had it. So now here I am, confused and full of questions. Am I born to lose or is this just a lesson? And who is gonna choose when it gets turned around? And will it be laying in my own blood and on the ground? My child, I watched you grow up and I've been there. Even at those times you least expected it, I was there. And look at what I've given you, a talent to rhyme. I may not come when you call, but I'm always on time. Somebody's knocking, should I let them in? Lord, we're just starting, but where will it end?
As previously mentioned, DMX's debut album also had a track titled Damien, a fitting title for his conversation with the devil. This track ends on a cliffhanger, with parts 2 and 3 coming on other albums. Naturally, there's a certain ominous feeling throughout the whole track. While DMX himself confirmed the conversation is with the devil, the person he's speaking with can represent anyone pressuring an artist to stray from the path and compromise their integrity. Let's take a listen.
Why is it every move I make turned out to be a bad one? Where's my guardian angel? Need one, wish I had one.
I'm right here, shorty, and I'ma hold you down. You tryna f*** I'ma show you how.
But who?
Name be like you, but my friends call me Damien, and I'ma put you into something. About this Damien, you and me can take it there, and you'll be the hottest ever living.
That's a given?
You'll see.
That's what I've been wanting all my life, thinking about my little man, so I call my wife. Your dad, about to make it happen.
Here's Day One DMX collaborator Drag On talking about the recording process for the song.
That's one of the songs that he wrote in North Carolina with us in the house. And that's crazy you said that in the word. I'm saying, we was actually just discussing that. That's one of the fastest songs he wrote. He actually timed himself. He said, you know what, I'm gonna see how fast I can write. You know what I mean? He had just wrote a song before that. Fast, kind of fast. But it didn't have the hook. He said, you know what, I think I could write even faster than that. I mean, because I think I just knocked out a song for like 2.5 hours, whole song. Boom.
Right.
So he tried to top that, and he topped it with Damien. He wrote Damien in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Hook and everything. That whole, him playing two different people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was me.
Nah.
That's X doing that. And he wrote both of those parts and everything. I went through.
So you were in there while he's writing this and
yeah, because we was timing him.
No, but I'm curious because like obviously him rapping from the perspective of the devil or whatever you want to call it, Damien, yo D, what's up? You a smooth. So like was like, did he have the like talk about the concept? Like how did he come up with that concept? Because if you guys were there, I mean that's crazy. That's one of the crazier records on his first album that like always just sticks out to me.
Yeah. Yeah, like that right there, that was something he was actually dealing with in life, in reality. You know what I mean? That right there. So that was real for him. Like that was, I'm telling you, that's the fastest record.
Because it always felt to me.
Now, here's DMX talking about how he ended the story of this series of tracks across his albums, where he had conversations with the devil while on Drink Champs.
I heard you're not using Damien at all no more. Damien is dead?
He's clearly not dead. Okay. But I just didn't want to highlight him as I've been. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with him as much as I was. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because, we all know who Damien is. You know what I'm saying? And the with him part is mental. You know what I'm saying? So if he's up here, if he can get to you, then, it comes out like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying I don't go through anything. I'm not saying that, the devil ain't still on my back. You know what I'm saying? But God is more present. God is more present.
The range of a committed artist. DMX is another artist who wanted to showcase his range of styles on his debut. Rappers making tracks for the ladies in the 90s was commonplace and helped expand their fan base. These tracks made sense from a business perspective too, as they were often successful with radio play. DMX's foray into this came with How's It Going Down, which has vocals from Faith Evans. It's a rap and R&B fusion track that's testament to the era when it was released, but still holds up. DMX also shows his storytelling skills in this track.
I'm politicking with the chicken, wondering if I'm a creeper. Little hood rap from 25th named Tamika coming through like I do, you know, getting my bark off. Knew she was a thug cause when I met her she had a scarf on. 54'11", size 7 and girls. Baby face would look like she was 11 with curls. Girlfriend, remember me from way back? I'm the same cat with the wave cap. That motherfucker that TNT used to blaze it. Still here, so it's all good. Oh, you know my is rich and them doing their thing on 35th day. It's a small hood and it's all wood, so let me get that number. I get up, alright? Hit you on the track later on, see what's up. Talking to shorty made me wanna do something nice. Looking at that ass made me wanna do something tonight. And I know right when I see right. Shorty looking like she tight, she bite. Better give the green light. With my games are being played, how's it going down? It's on till it's gone that I got to know now. Wish you with me, you up. Nigga trying to get me enough. Just cause hunters wanna give me the buck.
The range continues in I Can Feel It, which samples the classic Phil Collins song In the Air Tonight. The sample gives the track a peaceful but still impactful atmosphere in comparison to other songs on the album. This is another track where DMX's energy is a little more subdued, but his lyrics, transparency, and realness are as strong as ever.
When it was hunger that stopped the from going under, and you wonder why I pat you on your head, smile, look in your eyes and thank the Lord for my child. Meanwhile, there's something I gotta show you and I hope you can take it. Gotta leave you in the desert and I hope that you make it. Gotta put you on your ass to see what it does to you. When you stand up, you see that I'm just showing love to you. Other to put a slug through you over your ends. Catch up with a real, but hey, those are your friends. Get just what you got coming. Sometimes you don't know what you asking for, yet you ask for more. Shut the casket door. It's when here, good is done. They thought you was a killer. You swore you'd never run. Died with his gun, still up in the holster. It's coming in the air, yeah, it's getting closer. I see life through many shades of grays and blacks. I can take that and hit them with the blazing tracks. When I make that, you fake cats have violent dreams. Takes another dog to be able to hear my silent screams. The devil got a hold on me and he won't let go. I can feel the Lord pulling, but he moving dead slow. Let him know that amidst all this confusion, some of us may do the winning, but we all do the losing. It's just who does the choosing. And is you going up or down? What have you been proving? Just that you a clown. Been seen through the bullshit, but never spoke on it. Cause I know that deep down you really don't want it. I would trade the chance of being a child with a father for a talent and being able to survive when it's harder. My balance on the high beams of life keep my dreams in strife. That's why I hit these motherfucking streets at night. Come on!
By discussing his love for his children and God, DMX showed from the beginning he was not ashamed to talk about the things that meant the most to him. He put just as much passion into his energy-fueled songs that he put into songs like this. Here's him discussing that on a talk show called Oh Drama in 2002.
I noticed, you deeper now. Do you think that, people gonna think you soft now because you digging so deep into yourself?
Well, it's not so much that I'm deeper now, it's like I'm heard more now. So there's different opinions now, where there was once just the opinion of, my hood, my dogs, that was the only one that was copping my joints in the beginning, but now everybody done caught on to it, so it's like I got a lot more opinions, Well, cop it, if you like it, you like it. If not,
Right.
DMX also gets into his storytelling bag on the short but effective track ATF, which has sound effects and other voices to illustrate the situation.
Boom, 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 open the door, ATF. Too late to send my girl downstairs to say he left, hit the basement, go through the replacement door, come up in my neighbor's yard with a taste for war. I laced the floor with the hollows, crack the safe, grab the bottles. What you want me to do? Beat Carlos. 2 houses over by the tall black fence. I keep the hoopty park in situations like this. There go Grease. Yo, get in, you drive. What the you doing? Trying to stay alive. Cops in every corner. I lean back and try to cruise by. Who the hit a snitch? Must have been a new guy. Damn, they back on our ass. Put your foot back on the gas. Stepping it fast. Trying to pull up on the side, but I'm packing a blast. Trying to take the
heads off.
Cracking the glass. Hey, look out. Damn, you came so close. We almost hit that. Like you said.
Video, then by showing this classic clip from 1999 that showcased how big his impact truly was. Rest in peace, legend. If you guys enjoyed today's video, then help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. Make sure to check out these other awesome videos, and if you're new to the channel, we would love for you to come back. So hit subscribe and the bell, cause we got new stuff coming out every week. Peace and blessings, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.